Get the headquarters
show you inside. Come on, why not?
The headquarters tent, please.
Well, if you want to give a lecture about it, we'll even do that.
What's that?
There, now you can lecture about it.
Oh, heck, what? All right, so now what we're looking at here is a Lang cooker smoker. This is a Model 84, purchased in 2002, probably for about $2,500. The guy's really reasonable. He's in Nahunta, Georgia. You can see his stuff at www.pigroast.com. I think he makes the best cooker in the world. I have 2 of them, and he will deliver. So it's going to cost a little bit to get him up here, but he does deliver. He sells an 84, he sells a 60, and he sells a 48. This is Model 84. 60 will also come with a trailer, and or for a home unit, either way. So that's your cooker right there. Typically we cook at about 200 degrees, wood fire only, no propane, no fossil fuels used in the creation of this barbecue. We use Boston butts, pork shoulder, but I also do chickens. I have won awards in my chicken, ribs, brisket, beef ribs, bratwursts. Anything you throw in here is just magical. What I think you got working here is when you have that protein going at about 200 degrees and you cook it slowly, I think you get chemical reactions between the wood smoke and the proteins that create a flavor sensation that the Japanese refer to as umami, which is kind of a savory flavor that you find in, now I'm trying to remember the name of that soup that you can get in a Japanese restaurant, but in any case, it's that savory kind of makes your mouth water kind of flavor that you can get. Monosodium glutamate has the same effect on you, glutamate. So that's really the flavor sensation. That's what I think you get with pulled pork. Now what we do with this pulled pork is we cook these shoulders at about 200 degrees for about 7 hours, raw, from their raw state, dry rubbed with a proprietary mix. Once we put them in there, we cook them for 7 or 8 hours at 200 degrees. Once they reach that point, they probably reach internal temperature about 160 degrees. They'd be considered servable, but they're not pulled pork yet. We do then foil wrap in heavy foil as tight as possible. We can either chill and freeze, or we can continue on the process to make pulled pork. At that point, once we've wrapped them, if we put them back in there, again at 200 degrees, we're going to cook them very slowly. We're going to try to bring them up to an internal temperature of 190 degrees. At that point, you've got pulled pork. If you just kind of press on that pork lightly with a spatula, she's just going to spread out just like that. That's pulled pork. It's about cooking low, it's about cooking slow. So that's about my lecture on pulled pork. If you'd like, maybe I could show you a little bit about how the Lang Cooker Smoker Model 84 works. What we got here is a total indirect cooking method. All right, so what we do is we have a hardwood fire burning back in the firebox over here. We're down to coals right now, but we still maintain a temperature 250 degrees inside the Lang Cooker Smoker without any bother at all. So we have a hardwood fire, primarily oak, burns down to great coals. This is maple, and I will burn fruit wood when I have the opportunity. Now that heat and smoke goes up and underneath and into the cooking chamber, but not directly. The way Ben Lang builds these is he has a plate welded completely across the bottom of this unit. And as a matter of fact, for competition units, he'll put a double plate on this end so that you don't get as much convection, you don't get as much conductive heating. The heat and smoke from that fire goes completely underneath this unit, and at this end, it opens up. That smoke and heat goes up, and then she'll run all the way across, and then up the flue. So that's how your Ben Lang Model 84 Cooker Smoker works. Makes the best barbecue in the world.